So to find the number of rectangles in this picture, we have to use the combination method of finding rectangles, which is you're always choosing two vertical lines and two horizontal. But then we have to use it in a creative way because of the picture isn't um, the same all the way throughout because of this space down here. So we've got to figure out a way to do it. And there are a couple different methods for this. But the one that I think is the most creative and easiest is to first think of all the ways that we can create rectangles that don't include that spot. And so that means finding all the rectangles in this part. And so that's going to be, well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 horizontal lines. And so it's going to be 8 choose 2. So we're going to pick 2 of those. And then coming across here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's going to be 7 of those. So it's going to be 7 choose 2. So 8 choose 2 times 7 choose 2 is the number of rectangles in that part. Do the same thing on this part. And when you do that one, well, if we just keep counting here, 8, 9, 10, there's 11 vertical. So it's going to be 11 choose 2 times. And then, well, if you notice, starting at the 3 to the 8, which would be 6 horizontal lines. And so 6 choose 2. So we multiplied those two together. So we've now calculated these two regions. But if we notice, we've counted all of these rectangles that would be in that area twice. So we have to account for the overcounting by subtracting. And so we've got 7 vertical, 7 choose 2, 6 horizontal, so 6 choose 2. And so now we've, using that formula there, we've accounted for all of the rectangles that don't include this. Now the reason why this is good is because if we want to find a rectangle that does include that part, all we have to do is realize that a rectangle that does include that has this line, that horizontal line, and this vertical. So to get another rectangle, we just have to pick another horizontal and another vertical. And so the other horizontal and the other vertical, well, there are from 1 to 7, 7 vertical lines and 6 horizontal lines, which is just going to be 7 times 6. And so it turns out there are only 42 rectangles that actually include that that big rectangle, that 2 by 4 rectangle. And so when we go through and do all of this calculation, we come up with 1,140. You can type that into your calculator easily to get that answer. And so that's a very nice way to go through and find all of the rectangles that are in this picture. And it's a little bit of a PIE method of doing it. And so it's a very, none of the calculations get too complicated though.